Okay, so my profit for the day on the cent account, $62.83. Very good. Amazing results considering, and most of my trades are closed out in a profit, which is fantastic. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the gold EA. So this is where you will put your username, which will be the same name as your VPN. Okay, so that's my VPN over there. Join take profits. What does that mean? It means that all your take profits will not be joined together into one take profit. So here you double click it, you've got a drop down menu and you've got true or false. Okay, join take profits. True means that all your take profits will be joined like the old gold EA. Okay, it's one take profit. False means that your take profits will be split. So if it's set on false, then your take profits will not be lumped together. Okay, so join take profits at level whatever. Okay, if this is ticked, then this takes preference over this. Okay, so if you say join take profits at level 7, and this is set to false, okay, or true, then it'll join your take profits at level 7. So if you've got your join take profits, joint trades, take profits, you set it to true and you put it there at level 8, then all your take profits will be joined at level 8. This is a game changer. So if you double click it, you've got various different options. So hedge individual trades means that if your account, if you set it to hedge, so if you set it there, then you'll say hedge at what level, okay? So if you set this to 35%, then when 35% of your equity is used, then what's going to happen is that a 0.04 hedge will be placed, a 0.08 hedge will be placed, a 0.16, a 0.32, and a 0.46 bar trades will be placed. Okay, it's not going to be one lump sum. That way it'll be easier for you to manage. Okay, now you've got a choice of hedging it at 100%, which means that it'll place a 0.04. If you change the 100 to 150, it means that it will place 150% more on the hedge. So if it's a 4,
it will be a 0.6 trade, Alex.
0.6. If you put it at 200%, then this hedge on the 004 will be a 008. It's a very clever strategy. There's a video in my hedging series that'll explain to you what that is. It's clever and it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, so I wouldn't use this multiplier here. Just put it at 100 if you don't know how to hedge and you don't know how to trade manually. Okay, so that's the one setting. Then you can hedge trades as a group, and you can disable the EA. Hedge trades individually and disable the equity protector. Hedge trades as a group and disable the equity protector. Okay, so if you're doing that, then, and you've got this set at 65%, then you need to scroll down to the bottom where it says equity protector needs to be set at false. So you can't have the one saying enable equity protector and the other one saying hedge at 65%, because this will take precedence over your hedge. Once you hit 65%, your trades are going to close and the hedges are going to open and you're going to blow your account. Okay, that's what's going to happen. So if you've got that set at 65%, rather switch off your equity protector. This is what the hedging is for. Okay, so that you never ever lose trades in a loss ever again. Okay, so hedge trades as a group or hedge trades individually. Then you've got hedge trades individually using percent multiplier. We've discussed that. That is the multiplier over here. Okay. Hedge trades as a group with a multiplier. So you can hedge trades individually, or you can hedge the trades as a group, as one trade. So if your lot sizes all equal up to, let's say, all your lots together equal up to 100, and your multiplier is set to 150, then your hedge is going to be 150 lots. Hedge trades as a group at equity drop. So this is when your equity drops to there. You can hedge your trades as a group. So on the hedge, you can remove the EA, or you can leave the EA on. I recommend that you leave that to yes, and the EA is removed from your chart when your hedge occurs. Okay, and then you can hedge at whatever level you want. The take profit, the early take profit, you guys understand that, I'm sure. So let's just discuss that for new people. Right, so take profit, X pips before the take profit. It's an early exit. When the trade reverses to here, let's say, just before the take profit, that trade will close and it will readjust your take profit.
Alan, just for clarification, the early exit take profit is nominated in pips, so 1 pip is 10 points, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay, the ATR, we're still working on the formula there. It doesn't work at the moment, so leave it off. We're still working on the mathematics there. This also leave it off. We're still working on the mathematics there. It's quite a formula, but we've added it. It's a work in progress. The magic number, this is a clever strategy. So let's say you're hedged. What do? You can open up a new chart and you can change the magic number to 2. And the robot will now open a new sequence of trades. And you can then use the profit generated, or 50% or 100% or whatever you want to do there. You'll use the profit of robot with magic number 2 to close out trades with magic number 1. Okay, very clever feature. Your lot started and your lot 1 needs to be identical, and then you'll then use a multiplier of more than 1.81 to work out your lot sizes. There's a calculator on the website that will help you understand the risk associated with increasing your lot sizes. Don't just increase your lot sizes because you see profit. You need to understand the risk associated with changing those lot sizes. Just as my disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice, and I'm not giving you financial advice or trading advice. This is just me explaining to you what the EA is and what the different settings are. And you need to work out and make up your own mind of what lot sizes to use and what settings to use. Okay, so those are your lot sizes. So the equity protector, you understand that when you get to a certain percentage drawdown, all trades will close in a loss if this is set to true. And over here, this is the percentage of drawdown that you are allowing the robot to trade at its maximum. So if you set it to 65%, it means that when 65% of your equity is used, all trades will close out in a loss. So the hedge takes over from this function. Okay. Now, if you were using this function, use the equity protector, these are your options over here. You can close all trades, open trades. True means all trades will close in a loss. If you had open orders, then you would set this to true, and then any open orders would also be closed. Remove the EA, set to true. The EA gets removed from the chart, allows you to rethink the strategy and come up with a game plan to now get back that 65% equity. Send an email, true or false. You would set this up in your MetaTrader 4 over here under tools, options, notifications, email, and you'd need to set this up over here, and then an email will be sent to you as per the instruction of the EA that you've set it up. Push notifications also in the options section under notifications, and an auto alert set to true means that you'll be alerted on the MetaTrader 4 platform on the VPN. It'll ping. The pip step is there for you to, in case you wanted to change the pip step. So it's the distance between each trade. Setting. Then that affects your pip step over here. That means that a 1 lot will be placed on each of these trades. The distance will change automatically. So you don't have to change this manually over here. You can increase that distance. So it's this one. This is the distance of open positions. That affects the pip step. Okay? This section here. The take profit can also be manipulated. So you can change the distance of the take profits on each level. So instead of having the take profit on level 2, trade 2 at 130.4, you can increase that by changing this, this number here. So if you made it a 0.01, then your take profit will be affected by 0.01 on all the level. If your take profit was 130 or 130.4 as a 0.1, then it'll be 130.5, 180.6, 221.0. Okay, so that's quite clever. So instead of you doing manually, you can just change these figures over here and it'll do it automatically for you. Carry on.
Alan, just a question there.
Yeah.
Can you then just type in a negative number there to make it smaller as well, or is it only to make it bigger?
No, it's negative
great, thank
numbers as well. Okay. So for those of you that want to manipulate the EA a little bit more, if you're not comfortable that the trades are so close together, you can increase this distance, okay, which is what the ATR was supposed to do, but we haven't got the mathematics right yet, so it's still work in progress there. Okay, so that's your pip step.
Can I ask a question?
Yep, go Devin.
It says there, take profit 13. Why is there a 13?
It's a very good question. I like the question. So
Alan, I can come in there. I can explain to you guys. The first trade that the bot trades is actually a zero.
Yeah.
It counts 0. So that's why there's a TP13, you know. So step 1 is after your first trade, only 200
TP is actually 0. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, there
Thank you.
You answered the question there. Okay, so that's your pip step. Your take profits are done. Your news indicator, okay, which I think is a brilliant feature. So you'll have to manipulate on certain days. You can't just set and forget, okay? So with your normal high impact news, you see there's the announcement after the impact. So there's the FOMC results, which is also recorded as a high impact announcement, but it's not really high impact. Nothing really happens. The announcement has already happened. So not much happens there, okay? So when there is FOMC, this is not advice. This is what I'm doing. So I'm setting mine at 1440 because there isn't news at the moment. That's why I've left mine on 30 minutes and 15 minutes. Or you can, or I'll just leave it at 30:30. It means that 30 minutes before the event, the EA will pause. 30 minutes after the event, the EA will resume and place trades. You can switch this news factor on or off if you want to. And then here you can decide if you want, you can set the EA to stop pausing on high impact, medium impact, and low impact. So I want mine off for medium and low impact. I don't want the EA to pause during those events. It's not necessary, okay? So here are the different news events that affect gold, which we've listed in the EA for you, okay? Which is your US dollar, the Aussie dollar, the Canadian dollar. Those news events we know affect gold. Some of them not so much. So when we hear of these events happening, you can come in and change your time frame over here. I think all of us know that it's mainly FOMC that has a drastic impact, but we don't want to take the chance. We want you to have the ability to switch the EA off during any of these news events, so as to protect your account. Okay, please make sure.
Alan, can you hear me, Alan?
Yeah, how's it bad?
Sorry. I just wanted to ask, when you set it to however many minutes before the announcement you want to do, obviously there might be sequences that are still in play at that time.
Yeah, so you're going to have to manually close them out. So
okay. So you'll just have to manually.
I'll ask the engineer to add a feature in there that on news, what the instruction is. I thought I did tell him, but he obviously left it out.
A lot on his plate.
Yeah, there's a lot on his plate. So the feature that's missing here is that on high impact news, close out trades, option yes, no, true, false. Or close out or hedge trades on news, true or false. So that's like a good option to have. And then you guys can decide like what you want to do there. Okay. For the news to work, you would need to set up your news correctly in your tools, options, expert advisor, and you need to add Forex factory. So you double click here, you put Forex factory in that field, you click enter, it must stay there, you click OK, and then your events will be over here. So there's a glitch here where the panel has moved to the top left when I activated my low news events. So I know about it. You don't have to tell me about it. So when I set this to false, okay, and I set the low to false, then it should move my panel down to the bottom left. So I know that there's a glitch and we're working on it. Now there's here's where you can place the panel. And yeah, you can change your color of the text and the writing of the panel. So show panel background is true. You can set that to false. If you set it to false, then the background of that should disappear. Chart time offset is for daylight savings. So let me explain it to you. Okay, you can see here that over here are the times of the news. So if we go to Forex Factory, /calendar, and you need to create an account for yourself, and then you log into the account. So it'll say when the next event is, and it says here 8 p.m. So that 8 p.m. should actually match your EA exactly. Okay. Now, if your time on your EA is 9 o'clock, then your offset is -1. Let me show you. Okay, so here is the time of the server. Okay, so it's 30 minutes. So here is the news event, 8 o'clock. Okay, but on the server time, FBS server time is 2031. So over here, you would change the offset to 30 minutes. So this time over here needs to match your next event. Okay, so that's the offset, which we've discussed. offset 0.3, hide events after 30 minutes. So it'll display the event on your chart for 30 minutes in here, and then it'll disappear off the chart. Okay. And then you want reports for these currencies. You can just set them to true. Okay. And those are the settings for your EA. Very simple to understand. You'll just need to play around and find settings that meet your risk appetite and your trading style.
So we can turn off, we can put all the currencies that we don't trade to false there, right?
No, you can't do that because all these currencies affect gold. This is for news.
Oh, okay.
This is for news. This is in the news section. So all these items here affect news or affect gold. They're news items that affect the price of gold. So if you don't want and you don't think that retail sales is going to affect gold, switch it to off. If you don't feel that CPI is going to affect the price of gold, switch it off. This is USD. If you feel that the Aussie dollar retail sales is not going to affect gold, switch it off. I've made the options there for you so that you can trade according to your own style and fundamental analysis. Anything that you want to chat about?
I have a question about the early exit take profit.
Okay.
So that is how we were like closing the trades before.
Yes, we were doing that manually. Now it's an automated feature.
So does that work up to a certain level, or
no, that works on every level?
Every level. Okay. So
Mark, that works on every level which you have set it to on the top at your setting. Because if you join TPs, then obviously it cannot close before that anymore, according to me. But even if it closes your group TP just before it reaches it, hopefully it still uses a group TP. So in my opinion, currently Alan has set the example to 8. So at level 8, it would join the TPs and it will have a group close. But every level before
one
that
pip before
would have
pip before that TP on all the grouped trades. So if you've set it to false, don't join the take profits. Then 1 pip before each take profit, it will close each trade. Mark, are you following?
No, sorry.
Basically, Adam, I think what Mark wants to know is it will only close the last trade open. So if you've got like 7 lots open and it moves close to TP, it will only close lot 7 and not the complete range.
That's if you've set this to join the take profits false.
Yes.
So if you've said join take profits false, it means that each trade has got its own individual take profit. If you put this to 1 pip, then 1 pip before each take profit, the trade will close.
Okay.
Okay. If
So
this is set to true, okay. Sorry, join take profit. Join trades. You set it to true. Then what will happen is that there'll be 1 take profit. If you put this at 1 pip before that take profit, that trade that's in profit will close, and that joined take profit will move 1 level up to where it is supposed to be automatically.
So with the old gold, would that be true? So that's how we know it works, is with it being true.
Correct.
And the level, so if that is true, then joint takes profit level is then active or not? Yes?
Yes.
The one just below? And that would be when you stop doing that.
When you stop doing what?
When you stop taking the profit just before the TP.
Yes, it'll take the profit just before the TP.
But then it'll allow the sequence to close so that the price, so that it can reset.
It won't,
so you don't get
that
into,
won't close the sequence. Then this will be set to off. Join trades, take profits true. Yes, that's correct. So you'll say join take profits at whatever level. Well, it's already joined, so it's not joining the then if you want it to act like the other EA, you'll put it at 0. Then it'll hit the take profit and your sequence will close.
where would you put the 0?
In early exit. So if you don't want it to early exit, okay, then leave it at 0, and then the EA will close out that sequence. If your join trades take profit is true. Join take profit true means all your take profits are joined. Join take profit false means that each trade has its own take profit. So if this is set to true, okay, and this is set to 0, then when the take profit is hit, the entire sequence is closed.
Like the old gold
Like
bond.
the
That's
old
just
gold
how it
bond.
happens.
Correct.
If
you
you have joint trade, sorry. Sorry, question. So if the joint trades take profit is true, it's like the old gold bond. If it's to false, then it will use the level that you've chosen at joint take profits level.
Correct.
Is that correct, Alan?
Correct.
All right. So under the news section, I saw that you were going to set your minutes to avoid before news to 1440. Is that 1,440 minutes, so 24 hours before announcement?
That's correct.
Okay, so we can choose exactly how many hours or whatever we can turn off and turn back on.
Correct.
Like it has to be in. Okay, cool. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, so you'll choose how long before the news event you want the EA to pause.
Dania, quick. So all those variables on those timings are in minutes.
That's correct.
30. Okay, cool.
Alan, can I ask a fairly basic question? If you open up your computer in the morning and you find things are going wrong,
what is wrong?
You're losing money. All right. What are the 2 or 3 things you can do besides pausing the robot? Are there any?
Okay. So what are you saying? That you've got a hard drawdown?
Yeah.
Alan, I think you should just know. You should then use the hedge function that the gold bond has included in here. He should just decide what is his appetite to risk be in terms of at what percentage level it would do that.
Correct. That's why I've set mine at 65%. I think that allows me plenty of time to trade out of a precarious situation. More than enough.
Alan? That's great. That's the kind of advice I was looking for.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that's what this whole section is for. It's there so that you can protect your account. So you just widen it this way so that you can actually double click and read the information on the drop down.
Can I open a second gold chart with this new EA, a different magic number, just to kind of demo it on 0.01? Would it influence my other EA?
You'll need to change the magic number to do that.
Yep.
I wouldn't trade both
but once I've done that,
at the same time. I think that means double risk for your account. It's not just double risk when you get to lot 5 and it's actually not, it's about lot 8. And both your EAs are on lot 8. It's going to be heavy drawdown for you.
Yeah, I'll be trading on 0.01. My drawdown is about 1%.
Okay. You can. I would only use a second robot if my first robot's trades are hedged. It's the only time I would use a second robot.
Yeah, I just wanted to play around with it to see how it works. That's all. Okay. So I'm asking. So technically, it's possible.
Yep.
I would just advise guys as well. Everyone is talking about drawdown and what they've experienced. Guys, you have not experienced the drawdown when the market moves suddenly against you. You need to make sure that when we talk about drawdown, we talk about what your drawdown would be when a level 12 trade would open. That's the drawdown that you should have in mind, not the one that you see on the screen. You need to make sure that is what you are using the settings for, because I can tell you that there are multiple, and I told Alan as well, or events, account wiping events that happen, which is not news related or anything. It's when there's a sudden spike in movement. And if your lot size is incorrect, you are going to be in trouble.
Correct. And that's why even if you mess up your settings, use this hedge functionality, keep it on. Okay, hedge trades as a group or hedge trades individually, disable hedge individual trades, disable the equity protector, and then choose your setting over there, 50, 60, nothing more than 60. You won't be able to open up trades to big enough lot sizes to get your drawdown down significantly for you to restart your account. Okay.
And
this is insurance of an 100% inevitability. It's not an if, it's a when.
On the hedge function, if you've got now two different settings there, where it's either equity protector, let's say it's 65% or whatever, or then maybe when you hit trade or level 12. So let's say, for example, my level 12, my risk appetite on level 12 is 20%.
Okay, so it's no hedging. So it's no hedging. Hedge at level 12.
Yeah.
And
but if I wanted to hedge,
and where's the disable EP? I'm just trying to find it here. On hedge, remove EA. Yes.
So I can set it to hedge at level 12, no matter what my drawdown percentage is.
100%.
All right, thank you.
Okay. I've tried to think of everything, guys.
Alan, there's an easy way to test this whole bot and with all the functions and everything.
You can backtest it in your as a backtest, and you can use it. So let me show you. This is very clever. Let me just cancel this. So yeah, you got a view and you got a strategy tester, okay, and you drop it down here, and you say gold EA version 2. And you say symbol, and you say gold, okay, and then you say visual mode, and you change the date.
The time frame, Alan.
Yeah, I will. I will do that. So, hold on. Let's go to today, and let's change it to. Why did it do that? Today. Okay, and you can go like a month back to there, and then you can drop that down and go today, okay, and then you slow this down to like a 3, and then you can say start, and a new chart window will open. Let's just drop it down a bit.
I think you forgot the time frame again, bro. It's on a 1 hour, the period.
Doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
And it'll give you your visual over here of what happened. So I don't know exactly what happened there and why this thing pegged. Okay, here we go. 10,000, long, short. Let's load. Let's go to tester, presets, gold, gold 04. Okay. And then you can start it, and it'll show you in slow motion what this EA will do. Okay, this is a test. So if you speed it up, it'll go faster. And you can see exactly what trades are opening and how it's trading and what it's doing. Okay, don't mess around with
And
it.
that, sorry, because it's on the 1 hour, it's still using those. It's still
It doesn't matter what time frame it's doing because it's a pip step. It's
Okay.
not a candlestick. It's not a candlestick.
It's not like the Forex EA.
Correct.
Okay.
Not like the
Yeah.
Forex
Okay.
EA.
Cool. That's cool.
Okay, so you can do it like that, and you can go and test the different settings. I don't know why it's so slow. I think it's because I haven't downloaded the data. So it's not going to give me an accurate report. So to download the data, you need to click on function F2, and you go to gold, and you say download the data. You say okay, and you need to do that like a couple of times for the data to actually download. Don't know why. You'll see that the time frame is different that it takes for the data to download. Like each time is different. It just reacts differently. And then you can start. Just let me move this. Close that visual. Okay, and now let's just do it on a 1 minute, just for. So that's. Oh, what's so slow? Oh, there we go. Okay, can you see? So you slow it down, and then you can see like what it's doing and what trades are opening. And you can zoom out to actually see if it's got your take profits or whatever. Okay. Do you get it?
We get it there, Alan. I think that's very good. The only thing that does not include is the spread, correct? When you do
No,
a
it
back
doesn't
test
include the spread. It can't.
Yeah.
That's the shit part about the strategy tester. We're not wanting to know if it makes profit. We're wanting to know the strategy. Is it joining the take profits? Is it not joining the take profits? What is it doing?
I see.
Okay, this is not to test if it's profitable, if the strategy is profitable. It's to test what each of those settings actually does. So there's the second take profit, and it took the profit. Did you see that? So I can't zoom out. Oh, hold on a second, I can. There. So this one has got 2 take profits. So I don't know what the settings are that I've got here. So if we went to the expert advisor and we went to the inputs, you can actually see it says join take profits, true. So if we set this to false and we say don't join the take profits and we restart the robot, okay, then we can see if it's going to join the take profits or not join the take profits. All right, guys, I'm exhausted. I've had a very long day. There's obviously work to be done on the EA, which we'll do, and at least the EA is better than what it was. The hedging function is amazing.
Agreed. Yeah. Thank you, Alan.
Okay, yeah, so it's work in progress, and we'll get it sorted and we'll get it right. Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thanks,
yeah,
Alan.
thanks. Okay, it looks like I didn't download it either. I'll go. Is it still in the stream, right?
Yeah.
In the chat stream.
And you've got it as an email. So if you have downloaded it, then you can give a thumbs up. It's all anonymous. Cool. Shit. So please, if you can just download the dot collector, that would be great. So that you can actually like rate me as a presenter. And if you find my content interesting, you can mark it as anonymous. But it's the only way that I can get feedback from you guys, like honest feedback. And if I can, you know, give you a better experience. So please download that dot collector.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. All right, guys, have a good evening. Thanks for joining.
Okay, thanks.
And I'll see you on the next Zoom call.
Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Bye.